graduation of the class of 2002 at South Burlington High School. This day marks the end of a journey. For the 194 students who sit before me, it has been a journey filled with both celebrations and hardships, successes and failures. Over the past 4 years, we have witnessed our world rise around us, and we've seen it collapse at our feet. Throughout our journey, we have relied on the support and guidance given us by teachers and administrators. They have shown us that through the use of knowledge, we shape our characters. We have become men and women. Every student who sits before me today has completed the requirements for graduation at South Burlington High School. Yet in every class, there are students who rise above these requirements in their work and achievements. They are leaders of the class who represent all that we can accomplish. This year, the class of 2002 is blessed to be rewarding 3 exceptional students with the title of valedictorian. I am pleased to introduce you to Max Calabro. Max finished his high school with a perfect academic record. He demonstrated his qualities as an outstanding student through his performances in mathematics, where he was ranked in the top 10% of Vermont math students his freshman, sophomore, and junior years. He has studied these past 2 years at the University of Vermont, and this year, Max tied for the top 7% of Vermont students. But Max's accomplishments reach much further than South Burlington, Vermont. He brought them with him to Hamlin, Germany, where he studied first semester senior year with friend and former exchange student Christian Ullman. A talented athlete, Max played soccer for South Burlington his freshman and sophomore years. In addition to these achievements, Max is also a gifted musician. He has studied cello for 9 years and has been playing with the Vermont Youth Orchestra for 4. Here at the high school, Max played trombone in our well-renowned jazz band and has attended both All-State and New England music festivals his freshman, sophomore, and junior years. Max will best be remembered in this class as a modest leader and a dependable friend, and was recently voted most likely to make a difference by the class. In the fall, he is headed off to Amherst College with possible majors in physics and foreign relations. He plans to serve 2 years in the Peace Corps after college. We wish Max the best of luck with all his endeavors.
Intellect is the capacity for understanding and knowledge. Integrity is strict adherence to a standard of value or conduct. Our next valedictorian, Alexander Cavan, exemplifies these qualities. He is a scholar, an athlete, and a giving person. Over the past 4 years, this student has gone far beyond the academic requirements of South Burlington High School. He has a flawless academic record, achieving and maintaining a 4.0 GPA. He was nominated for Green Mountain Boys State, served as the secretary for both the National Honor Society and Key Club, and recently won the Most Likely to Succeed award. On top of this, Alex was a 3-sport athlete, competing on the soccer, alpine skiing, and tennis teams. As captain, he led his tennis team to a state championship and served as captain on his other teams as well. His excellence in athletics was recognized this year when he was named Athlete of the Year. He's a kind, warm-hearted person and a large contributor to his community. He shared his time, talent, and knowledge by tutoring South Burlington youth. He traveled to Central America to participate in the construction of a school as part of the Homes for Honduras program. He's an extraordinary person who excels at life. He will attend Dartmouth College next year, and the school will be a better place for his being there. Without further ado, I introduce to you the next valedictorian of the class of 2002, Alexander Cavan.
Her first choice school next fall, Rice University in Houston, Texas. You might already know Emmy from reading about her in the sports section of the newspaper. She loves to run and was on both the cross-country team and the track team for all 4 years of high school. She's also tried other sports like dance team, ski team, and gymnastics. Emmy recently participated in the Governor's Institute on Asian Studies and went to China the following summer. She also participated in X Corps a summer scientific research program at the University of Vermont. A Matrix fan, she has played piano for 9 years and likes hanging out with her friends and eating Indian food. Emmy also enjoys doing community service, and her most important activity is the Big Sister program, which she got involved in through the Career Development Center. She has been a Big Sister for the past 2 years, and before that, she tutored and ran an elementary school homework club. Over 2 years ago, she joined the New Directions Coalition Youth Council. It's an organization with the goals of lowering drug abuse and building a strong community by teaching people about interactions with youth. Emmy was selected for the National Youth Science Camp, which is a national summer camp that accepts 2 high school seniors from each state to attend a science camp for 1 month. She also received the Bosch and Lom Science Award and Society of Women Engineers' highest honors in science and mathematics. She is the recipient of a Achievement in Literature Award. A National Honor Society member, she also received a National Merit Scholarship. Emmy always has a smile on her face and is one of the friendliest individuals I know. You will be hearing from her next when she presents the senior address for the class of 2002.
I look out on a sea of beautiful faces, those of young, talented graduates. We have our whole lives ahead of us, and in a few weeks or months, we'll be spreading all over the country to jobs, college, or the military. Although we've been working through high school, in a way we've all been coasting, waiting for the time when we begin to make our own decisions and take control. Today, we've reached the stage when we have to start directing our own lives. And so I also stand before you with a challenge for all of us, one that may at first appear a contradiction. I dare us to live our lives for ourselves, yet live our lives for others. Let me explain further. We don't want to live someone else's dreams, and we shouldn't spend our lives waiting for someone else's push to make it worthwhile. Let us make the effort to find out what each of us loves and wants, and let each of us go after it. If we don't care about anything in our own lives, then our lives will be half-lived. So let us be driven by our own passion and our own motivation to live our lives. Personally, I'm deeply interested in science, and I will do whatever it takes to follow this love. Yet I am unsure about my future. I often find it difficult to balance my obsession with my own life with my obsession with the lives of others. For this reason, I know that if I am to work in science, I must do it in a way that I can change people's lives. At the same time, we cannot be indifferent to those people and the issues around us. Education and life in a free country have given us the power to achieve amazing things and to make a difference to others. We cannot waste this power. A wise teacher told me, much has been given to you and much is expected from you. We have been blessed with freedom and opportunities that millions only dream about. I encourage all of us to use our opportunities to improve our world. I also want to emphasize the third aspect of life, moral integrity. Without remembering our history and knowing about current issues, we cannot be considered truly educated. I also challenge all of us to constantly evaluate our own moral and political stance, to discover our values and to stay true to them. It is a difficult task. Although we may fail sometimes to live up to our own ideals, we must never stop trying. I once heard a line of a movie that commented negatively about individuals in our society, saying, "No single raindrop thinks it is responsible for the flood." We are each only one person, but each of us can change the world. Every time we speak out against wrongs, we add another raindrop. We have bright futures, and I invite all of us to use the gifts we have been given to make the most of our lives. I call each of us to think daily about our actions and the ethics involved. I call each of us to determine our dreams and fulfill them. And I call the class of 2002 to use passion, education, and love to start a flood which sweeps away the hate, ignorance, and inequality of our world.
You ask me if there'll come a time Never, my love. You wonder if this heart of mine will lose its desire for you. Never, my love. Never, my love. Do what makes you think love will end when you know that my whole life depends on you. On you. You say you feel, I'll change my mind. I won't require you. Never, my love. Never, my love. Do how can you think love will end when I've asked you to spend your whole life with me? With me. You say you feel, I'll change my mind. I won't require you. Never, my love. Never, my
Cats. Cats are great. Cats are the ideal for which we strive. They understand the important parts of life. They know how to enjoy it. You don't often see a cat wondering about the next PIWA test or whether or not he's popular. You will see a cat, however, lounging in the sun or just playing with a friend. Cats are in harmony with nature. They take only what they need. They don't cut down trees or burn rainforests for profit. They kill only as much as they can eat and give the rest away. They will bring delightful little gifts to friends and family, hoping for only love in return. Cats know how to relax, but at the same time, they can concentrate far better than we. One minute, you'll see a cat sleeping deeply in the sun, soaking up rays without a care in the world. Suddenly, he will spring to life and stalk his prey with a gaze of utter concentration. Few humans can equal. Cats always take what they are doing seriously, whether sleeping or hunting. They put feeling into their actions and never leave a job half done. Cats don't start wars. It would just be a waste of precious energy. They will tolerate other animals to a certain point, but there is a limit. A cat will not tolerate attempts to change him into something he is not, say, a dog. When a cat's territory or beliefs are violated, he, like any other animal, will attack in an attempt to maintain his place. It is foolish to strike back against this display. It will only increase anger and tension. The cat's attack is understandable as a defense against the invasion, but the retaliation is purely to incite terror. Rather than strike back, the offending party should withdraw his forces, even if it seems to be an embarrassment.
This can sometimes be the most difficult part, especially if he has made the mistake before. In this case, he must first fix the problems he started on the cat's territory. Only then will there be any semblance of peace. We have a lot to learn from cats and their behaviors. If we could all be a little bit more like a cat, this world would be a better place. We have a few advantages over cats, however, and one of those is Mr. Maley. Studying the social behavior of cats and other such animals, Mr. Maley is Curriculum Area Supervisor of our Social Studies Department at South Burlington High School. He came to South Burlington in 1999 from Missisquoi Valley Union and has since been a valued addition to this faculty. This year, he teaches Advanced Placement European History, PIWA, and Psychology. He was also a Fulbright Scholar and taught in London. Most of the students know some version of the story about Princess Diana in London, but on an exclusive interview, I was able to squeeze the truth out of him. Mr. Maley tells all his classes that, while in London at a parade, Princess Diana actually locked eyes with him. Mr. Maley isn't telling the whole story, though. On this occasion, not only did the princess lock eyes with him, she stopped her car and blew him a kiss. I'm not surprised I didn't mention this. Mr. Maley is very modest. The commencement speaker is chosen by a vote from the senior class. This alone shows the tremendous impact he has had both inside and out of the classroom. In PIWA, his witty antics nicely complement Mr. Price's self-righteousness. In AP Euro, Mr. Maley has the amazing ability to make even the corniest joke funny. Outside of class, he coaches the varsity girls golf team, although since March his injured shoulder has made it a bit more difficult. On behalf of the graduating class, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Joe Maley.
Good afternoon. 3 years ago, after I had been at South Burlington for about 2 weeks, Mrs. Moyer came to me and asked how I was doing. I said, I feel a little bit like I've been walking on the moon. And she replied, what do you mean? I said, it's the kids. I don't know any of them, and they look at me as if I'm invisible. Give it time, she said. Well, it's been 3 years, and here I am. And here you are, the best class and the best school that I know of. Class. 2002. That's right. 2002. Any way you look at it. It's a palindrome. Come on, work with me here. You know that forwards and backwards thing. My AP European history students know a good one when Napoleon said, Abel was I ere I saw Elba. Yeah, that's a palindrome. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. That's not a palindrome. But I've always wanted to use it in a speech. So, as the class of 2002, you are the palindrome people. And the palindrome people have much to celebrate. A diploma that exudes excellence, the prospects of new careers in a higher education. But what I'd like to talk to you about are the reasons for celebration that you might not have considered. For the palindrome people have newfound freedoms, which will empower you in some amazing ways. Here's something I know you haven't thought of. You all have a new pickup line. That's right. The first social engagement that you attend, and you find someone attractive, you can swagger over to that person and say, hi there. You know, I used to be a real rebel. New possibilities for the palindrome people. You're going to have all kinds of new choices. Places to eat, cafeteria 1, 2, and 3. Not anymore. Or you can eat in cafeteria 4 if you'd like. New directions for the palindrome people. Where to park your car? You know that policeman who sits in that lot over there? There's not one of those guys in every lot. Yes, from now on you can park your car wherever you want. There's a new world for the palindrome people. I told you, you had not thought through the implications and ramifications of your graduation. You know that lifetime subscription to U.S. News that Mr. Price promised you? It just ran out. New beginnings for the palindrome people. The next time someone comes up to you and says, "May I see your pass, please?" you can just politely reply, "I don't think so." Liberation for the palindrome people. And can't you picture this scene now? 2 palindrome people walking together downtown. They pass by the Chittenden Bank, they stop, they look in. One says, "Hey, let's go do what we used to do last year." "What's that?" "Let's go hang out in the lobby." "Well, we can't do that." "Why not?" "Well, Mr. Mirabella might be in there." "You idiot, you graduated!" "You can go pitch a tent and hang out all night in there." "That'd be cool." "Hey, dude, we could be lobbyists." People. And with freedom comes responsibility. Please, I wouldn't give you that speech. You have come to understand this in yourselves. Yes, the best class in the best school. Thank you so much for asking me to share in your celebration today, for I am truly honored. I think now that it was fate that brought us together. 3 years ago, while interviewing for this job, I was pointing out some of my positive qualities and my status at my former school. And you know I'm not one to stretch the truth. Well, a very astute parent on the committee asked me, "You seem to be in a great situation. Why do you want to come to South Burlington?" And I replied without hesitation, "I've always wanted to come to South Burlington." And I told them that I was in this building before it was completed, on a tour with my father, Don Maley, the first chair of the Social Studies Department at South Burlington High School. I had great admiration for my father, and I wanted to follow in his footsteps. Yeah. Actually, I had great admiration for my mother, but since I was one of 8 brats she raised at home, there was no way I wanted her job. So our paths have crossed, and I couldn't be more pleased. I feel like I'm walking on the moon again, but now it's because many of my grandest aspirations have become a reality. And the palindrome people have made all the difference. You know who you are, but if anyone asks, just remind them, I'm one of the palindrome people. I used to be a real rebel. Now I eat where I want, and I park where I want. I read U.S. News occasionally, and I like lobbies because my friends are there. And yes, I do have a pass. It's a free pass. Use it well. Thank you and all the best.
community of South Burlington, a community which has remained steadfast in its commitment to education. Indicative of that commitment are the dollars spent by this community on education. Graduates, consider this. Whether you hail from the islands or closer, the amount of money spent on each of you for the 4 years of high school was just over $31,000. For those of you who began in South Burlington schools in kindergarten and are finishing today, the total cost of your education was close to $100,000. You are all worth it. So graduates, know that your community is very proud of you and that we wish you all the best as you journey on. Thank you.
Members of the National Honor Society must meet a number of requirements in order to qualify. They must achieve a 3.5 grade point average. Then they submit an application in which they prove their leadership, character, and service. These applications are reviewed by a committee of teachers. The class of 2002 has one of the largest Honor Society contingents that South Burlington High School has ever had. I am proud to present the National Honor Society senior members to you. I would ask that they please rise and face the audience and that applause be held until all names are called. Nalima Michelle Abrams. Colin Fitzpatrick Andrew. Fernando F. Blanco. Crystal Ann Bluto. Jaska Marie Bradini. Graham Russell Budd. Lindsay L. Button. Max David Calabro. Elaine Paula Carpenter. Alexander William Cabin. David Z. Chen. Michael David Cody. Jada Clay Patino. Jennifer Catherine Davidson. Rachel Hume Davidson. Michelle Robin Dumont. Justin Christopher Gage. Jeffrey T. Hubbard. Emma Catherine Interlandi. Nikhil Kelkar. Lindsay Ann Kuhn. Brett David Lamonda. Robert Thomas Leonard III. Emily Ruth Levy. Andrew L. Luby. Celeste Jolie Michaud. Kristen Allison Mozan. Emily Louise Newhouse. Kimberly Ann Nielsen. William R. Pennington. Gabrielle Juba Ramos. Marianne Sullivan Reed. Samuel S. Randolph. Amelia K. Flafani. Teresa Janelle Cicera. And Justin Owen Sorrell. Like Andrew L. Luby and Lucas Frederick Patterson to also stand and be recognized now as members of the National Vocational Technical Honor Society, inducted at the Essex Technical Educational Center.
I invite the following graduates to please rise and turn to face the audience. Amber Blodgett, Crystal Bluto, Jaska Radine, Mike Cody, Catherine Corsi, Rachel Davidson, Michelle Dumont, Justin Gage, Jeffrey Hubbard, Kimberly Nielsen, Gabrielle Ramos, Justin Sorrell, and Carol Wheel. Each year, the faculty chooses a number of seniors to receive the Service and Leadership Awards. These young men and women are selected as a result of their commitment to making a positive difference in the lives of others. It is heartwarming and encouraging to see the time and energy these students have devoted to a variety of activities. Their excellent effort has made a noticeable contribution to both the school and community. We thank you.
Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to present the awards and scholarships to this year's graduates. Many of our seniors have been awarded scholarships to universities, colleges, and the armed services, and they do not appear in the program. Many of them have jobs, apprenticeships lined up after graduation. They all deserve to be commended. At our graduation, however, we recognize the scholarships and awards that are very special to this school, this community, and this state. We will call small groups of students forward to receive awards, and when a student is the recipient of multiple awards, they will receive them simultaneously. I would ask that you wait and hold your applause until the entire group of 2 to 3 that we call forward has received their award. Paul Daniel Goodman, Diana Wells Meeker, and Molly A. Sikora. Would you please come forward? We will be presenting the departmental awards first. Come forward to just either side of the stage. And each department in the building annually gives out an award for excellence in a specific discipline. Paul Goodman is receiving the Ulrich Lepman Memorial World Language Award. Diana Wells Meeker, if you would take it from just come across Mr. Burke. We didn't practice this part in rehearsal. They don't know who's getting awards. Diana is receiving the Art Department Award, and Molly Sikora is receiving the Roger Bedard Award for Outstanding Achievement in Technology Education. Congratulations. Lindsay Button, Michelle Robin Dumont, please come forward to receive departmental awards. Lindsay is receiving the World Language Department Spanish Award and the Edith Mascott Foundation Award. Michelle is receiving the Art Department Award and the Other Paper Award. Congratulations. Nikhil Kalkar, Robert Thomas Leonard III, Teresa Janelle Cicero, please come forward. Nikhil is receiving the Thomas G. Irwin Science Award, a National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, and the IBM Watson Scholarship. Robert is receiving the Social Studies Department Award, the South Burlington Orchard School Parent Teacher Association Award. And Teresa is receiving the Thomas G. Irwin Science Award and the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation. Congratulations to you. Thank you. Justin Owen Sorrell, would you please come forward? Justin is the recipient of multiple awards, including 2 department awards. Justin is receiving the Ronald V. Folks Memorial Scholarship, the Abigail Rush Memorial World Language Award, National Merit Corporation Scholarship, National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit, and the Frederick H. Tuttle Memorial Award presented by the South Burlington Educators Association. Congratulations. I would ask that Graham Russell Budd, James C. Canning, and Emily Ruth Levy please come forward to to receive awards presented by the National Merit Corporation. Graham is receiving the National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit. James is receiving the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation. And Emily is receiving the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation. Congratulations. Would the following four students please come forward? Michael David Cody, three students, Kimberly Ann Nielsen, and Samuel S. Rendell. Mike Cody is a Presidential Scholar semifinalist, has received a National Merit Corporation Scholarship, a National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit, and the University Mall Scholarship. Kim has received the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, the South Burlington High School Key Club Award, and the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Sam has received a National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation and the Catherine and Robert D. Love Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Elaine Paula Carpenter, Gabrielle Juba Ramos, please come forward. Several of the organizations in our school also present scholarships. Elaine Paula Carpenter is the recipient of the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Award. Gabrielle is the recipient of the South Burlington High School Student Council Award and a University Mall Scholarship. Congratulations. Jeffrey T. Hubbard, would you please come forward? Jeff is the recipient of multiple awards, including the South Burlington High School Student Council Award, the Henry W. Caswell Jr. Memorial Award, the Melissa J. Wells Memorial Award, Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award, and a University Mall Scholarship. Congratulations, Jeff. Nathaniel E. Bevins, Patrick Joseph Daly, and Rachel Hune Davidson, please come forward. This school, of all the high schools I have ever worked at, is very, very unique in the number of families, former faculty members, community members that have underwritten scholarships and awards in memory of folks who went to this school or taught at this school. And today, Nathaniel is receiving the Gary Barber Memorial Award, Patrick is receiving the Robert L. Yaden Memorial Award, and Rachel is the other recipient of the Robert L. Yaden Memorial Award. Congratulations. Jennifer Catherine Davidson, Derek Michael Devine, and Trevor P. Ellis. Please come forward. These students are also the recipients of memorial awards. Jennifer Catherine Davidson is receiving the Thomas F. Green Senior Memorial Award. Derek is receiving an award that is being presented for the first time this year in the amount of $1,500 by the South Burlington Rotary in honor of its member, William W. Stone. And Trevor is receiving the Thomas Senesac Memorial Award. Congratulations. Lindsay Ann Kuhn, Rachel Michelle Ryan, and Rebecca Ann Tavares, please come forward. These three students are also receiving memorial awards today. Lindsay Ann Kuhn is receiving the Gary D. Iverson Memorial Award. Rachel is the recipient of the John Torpy Memorial Award. And Rebecca is the recipient of the Alan B. Cummings Memorial Award. Congratulations to these two. Emily Campbell, and Emma Catherine Interlandi. Please come forward. Emily is receiving the South Burlington High School Parents Association Award in memory of Margaret Wise. She is also receiving the South Burlington High School Rebel Booster Award. Emma Interlandi is receiving the Rebecca Dubuque Award and the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Congratulations. Kristen Laura Desiree Adams, Crystal Ann Bluto, and David Z. Chen. Please come forward. This high school and this community is also blessed to have many, many businesses that have supported our graduates over the years. Their support has been, in my 7-year tenure, absolutely unflagging and very much appreciated. Kristen is receiving the Frederick H. Tuttle Middle School Parent-Teacher Association Award. Crystal is receiving the Goss Dodge Award, and David is receiving the South Burlington Educators Award. Congratulations. Catherine Austin Corsi, Justin Christopher Gage, Chad Michael Racine, and Amelia K. Sclafani, please come forward. These 4 students are also the recipients of community awards. Catherine Kersey is receiving the South Burlington Central School Parent-Teacher Association Award. Justin is receiving the Thomas A. Farrell Annual Award. Chad is the recipient of the Freedom Chrysler Plymouth, Freedom Nissan and Saturn of South Burlington, and the Freedom Chevrolet Jeep of Waterbury Award. And Amelia is the recipient of the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Congratulations. Charles W. Beggins, would you please come forward? John Herbert was the first principal of South Burlington High School. This is an honor for Charlie, and we're all proud of it. John Herbert was the first principal of South Burlington High School, and an award was established in his name to recognize a senior who overcame obstacles and is graduating today. Charlie's worked very hard, he's persisted, he has a very bright future ahead of him. Congratulations, Charlie. Brett David Lamunda and Mary Ann Sullivan Reed, would you please come forward? Brett is receiving the Thomas G. Irwin Science Award. Mary Ann is receiving the World Language Department French Award and the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation. And I'm going to wait a moment while Mr. Chapman gives them their medals, and then I'd ask them to face the audience. This year, we're very privileged to have 2 salutatorians. They each, we'll wait for that. They've each received their medallions signifying their distinction. I'm very proud to present to you this year's salutatorians, Brett David Lamunda and Mary Ann Sullivan Reed. Max David Calabro, would you please come forward? Max is the recipient of the John E. McGee Award for Excellence in Mathematics. He is also the recipient of the Music Department Award, which Mr. Burke got from behind the table, and a National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit. Congratulations, Max. Alexander William Cavan. Alex is the recipient of the Charles F. Bond Award, sponsored by the South Burlington Educators Association for recognition in the area of life sciences. He's also the recipient of the Dan Johnson Memorial Award and a Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Congratulations, Alex. Emily Louise Newhouse, please come forward. Emily is receiving the Esther J. Urey Award for Excellence in English, the Physical Science Achievement Award, the World Language Department German Award, National Merit Corporation Scholarship, National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit, the Don Dool Jr. and Don Dool Senior Memorial Award, as well as the Vermont Honor Scholarship presented by VSAC of the Vermont Legislature. Congratulations, Emily. I'm very, very proud to present to you 3 students, graduates, who are scholars, musicians, athletes, scientists, and most importantly, people of goodwill. The 3 valedictorians of the class of 2002, Max David Calabro, Alexander William Cavan, and Emily Louise Newhouse. And now, to the graduates, on behalf of everyone at South Burlington High School, we wish you Godspeed on your future journeys, wherever they take you. And Superintendent Chapman, as principal of South Burlington High School, I certify that every student in front of you has met the graduation requirements of the state of Vermont, South Burlington School District, and they are ready for you to confer diplomas. Please come forward. Nalima Michelle Abrams. Kristen Laura Desiree Adams. Brian R. Allen. Colin Fitzpatrick Andrew. Lauren Marie Arthur. Abdul Nazar Ashur. Mohammed Nazar Mohammed Ashur. Michael Kevin Bailey Jr. Paul Valentine. Jonas Alden Boscheman. Charles W. Beggins. Jennifer Lee Cassette. Nathaniel E. Bevins. Molly J. Pizzaio. Fernando F. Blanco. Amber Lynn Blodgett. Crystal Ann Bluto. Nicholas Apollo Boudreau. Jessica Marie Brady. Laura Jean Branna. Nicholas Anthony Bryce. Leslie E. Brooks. Sarah Francis Brunel. Graham Russell Budd. Lindsay L. Button. Devin F. Kane. Max David Calabro. Emily E. Campbell. James C. Canning. Elaine Paula Carpenter. Alexander William Gavin. Daniel E. Chavez. David Z. Shen. Jeffrey Collette. Katie Klein Companion. Zachary Cook. Alma Angelica Cortez. Michael Costanza. Nicholas Coda. Michael David Cody. Catherine Austin Corsi. Jayla Clark Pachuno. Laura Christian Cox. James Mark Daly. Patrick Joseph Daly. Jennifer Catherine Davidson. Rachel Hume Davidson. Bryn Rebecca Davis. Finn Christian Davis. James Andrew Deneen IV. Scott William Deschardins. Derek Michael Devine. Todd Dion. John A. Dewey. Michelle Robin Dumont. Danielle M. Dutra. Trevor P. Ellis. Daniel Carlo Cantoni. Elizabeth Claire Farina. Matthew James Fillion. Summer Jeanette Finley. Timothy James Fisher. Christian M. Franklin. Lindsay Marie Gaborio. Justin Christopher Gage. Jennifer Lynn Gagnon. Tess Brianne Gauthier. Sarah B. Goldberg. Aaron L. Goodell. Paul Daniel Goodman. Patrick Curtis Graziano. Catherine Greco. C. Elizabeth Guillen. Daniel Euclid, Gillette. Kimble E. Fallon. Nicholas S. Candy. Samuel S. Candy II. Amber Lee Harriman. Jeffrey T. Hubbard. Carla Monroe Hutchins, Emma Catherine Interlandi, Nicholas William Jabor, Georgia Jackson, Jeffrey John Jackson Jr., Cassandra Lynn Jacobs, Erica Margaret Jacobus, Matthew T. Jacobus, Amanda Marie Yeager, Donald J. Johnson, Donna Emmerich Jones, Joshua A. Carnes, Nikhil Kelkar, Cassie Ann Marie Kenyon, Patrick Kimball, Jennifer Marie Poster. Lindsay Ann Kuhn, Benjamin Robert Monroe, Carrie M. Lamaster, Brett David Lamunda, Justin P. Lamont, Ryan Parody Lang, Adam Rosado Lara, Joseph T. November II, Aaron L. Ledoux, Matthew Tyler Lefebvre, Robert Thomas Leonard III, Emily Ruth Levy, Devin Henry Lewis, Michael Longworth, Elizabeth Ann Luke, Christine J. Lovejoy, Andrew L. Luby, Erica Lynn Lucy, Lindsay John Lenaw, Catherine Lee Madden, Lauren E. Madden, Nate Madison, Christopher A. Magistrali, Neil Dylan Mahoney, Suzanne Maldonado, Brian Leo Marshall, Rebecca Lindsay Martin, Greg Michael Materna, Andrew Stephen McGuire, Diana Wells Meeker, Lindsay E. Mayor, Nathan Michael Mathot, Alicia A. Linier, Celeste Jolie Michaud, Ross Ann Mickle, Emily Ann Milne, Kate Margaret Manal, Christine Teresa Moreau, Ryan R. Moore, Kristen Allison Mozan, Moriel Ray Narrow, Benjamin Edward Nash, Ashley Nicole Negron, Emily Louise Newhouse, William John Newton, Kimberly Ann Nielsen, Jesse Andrew Outley, Jessica Lynn Packard, Lucas Frederick Patterson, Andrew Peter Pearson Jr., Julian L. Pecor, William R. Pennington, Benjamin S. Pettenrider, Molly Ann Elizabeth Perkoff, Heather E. Pincus, Cassandra Lynn Plouffe, Meng Poon, Chad Michael Bassoon, Laura Ralston, Gabrielle Juba Ramos, Emily Elizabeth Green, Marianne Sullivan Green, Samuel S. Brindell, Elliot James Roberts, Jeffrey Paul Rushello, Bonnie Nicole Rosenberg, Sherry Rosenberg, John E. Moore, Erica Noel Mustang, Rachel Michelle Ryan, Jenny Carolina Acosta Castro Garcia Coppersmith Sartor, Alyssa Marie Sherman, Amelia K. Sclafani, Teresa Janelle Cicero, Stephanie Marie Shepard, Molly A. Sephora, Tyler Hamilton Slade, Justin Owen Terrell, Jason Robert Staymeyer, Jessica R. Sterling, Anita Sherm, Chelsea E. Sullivan Titus, Rebecca Ann Tavares, Dana C. Tebow, Christopher Wayne Thompson, William V. Corbin, Stephen T. Trevelyan, Kyle Bernard Vonnegut, Colin Taylor Wales, Julie Catherine Walsh, Ray Warren, Peter M. Watts, Carol Louise Weir, James Andrew Whitney, Allison Gray Walcott, Carolyn Lee Ridley, Sarah Dixon.
Goals throughout these childhood years. I've enjoyed sports and I've worked to excel in academics. Every success has come through the support of family, friends, and teachers. We've all had precious little experience with the world around us, however. For the first time, we are stepping from our strictly regimented lives and are venturing into life on our own. As we look toward the future, see things that may frighten and intimidate us. Looking beyond our summer plans and further job opportunities, we wonder what will happen to the world around us. Nuclear war and terrorism glare from headlines and TV. Inhumanity seems to be embedded in human nature. We may ask ourselves, what difference can we make in such a world? What is the point? We may question ourselves and the world at this age. We should look to value life and its opportunities and shortcomings and share this with everyone we can. By promoting the morals and ideas you have learned throughout your lives, you are helping to combat the problems in society. As for meaning in life, it should be looked on as an opportunity to improve yourself and the world around you. We can influence those around us with our decisions. Viktor Frankl wrote about the Holocaust in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. He stated, "We who have lived in concentration camps can remember the men who walked throughout the huts, comforting others. giving away the last piece of bread. They may have been few in number, but they offer sufficient proof that everything can be taken from man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Every person who sacrifices a little bit for the benefit of the whole is improving our situation in this world. By recycling, volunteering, helping friends, and teaching, we can make a difference. These steps may be small and seem insignificant, but they really do add up. I have renewed confidence in man when I see people donate money and volunteer their time to help needy causes. This just shows man's natural altruism as opposed to the greed and corruption we see in the media. I think by helping your friends, family, and strangers, you begin a cycle that will continue long after we are gone. This seems like an afterlife in itself. Life should contain happiness and joy, and spreading these feelings should create a fulfilling life. Ralph Waldo Emerson explained the meaning and perhaps also the challenge of life by saying, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of honest critics, and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you live. This is to have succeeded. I ask you, class of 2002, to think about what you can do for others and what impact you can have on those around you. Man's potential is boundless, and we can leave this world better. We can reshape society with our actions, and we are all up to the challenge. I now ask my fellow classmates to stand. To signify our graduation and readiness to assume our future challenge, I ask you to move your tassels from left to right.